Looks like I'm live. Hey, everybody. Good to see you. John Lavinia here. It has been a quiet week. Well, it's been a quiet week for me here on social media because it has been a nonstop beehive of activity in the Lavinia house, and it's just nonstop running until jumping on a plane Wednesday morning to go spend some time with about 20,000 of my closest friends. But I see Rodney is here with us. Hey, Rodney, glad to see you here. Whoever's joining me live, or if you're seeing this on recording, it's always good to have a little bit of time with you. I had this idea that came up for me today because I had three this week so far. I had three people contact me talking about how they had gotten benefit from some work that I had done a year ago, or in some cases multiple years ago, 10 years ago, things that I've put out in terms of content and podcasts that I've run and coaching that I've done with various people. And I actually had three people just this week get started with myself and my business group, citing the things that they had learned from me in previous engagements, which I didn't even remember. And I was thinking, man, that is a beautiful thing. And especially something I wanted to share with you today, because I know there's a lot of people who are looking for to attract, right? Like attraction marketing, like get more attention on yourself. Hey, Glenn, I see you, brother. Glad you're here. So we want to attract attention to ourselves. A lot of people in business, especially like in the home business space, you want to get leads and you want to have people to talk to about your offer, your opportunity. And a lot of times what that comes down to is, people buying junk leads from lead brokers and stuff like that, just out of desperation and because of a lack of know-how when it comes to marketing. But I've had at least three people just in this past few days get started with me in business, citing some content that I had put out prior, whether that's, last week, last year, whatever. So the idea here, the thing that I wanted to offer you, is to be a sower. This is right out of the Bible, right? We can, any of you are familiar with the parable of the sower, right? Sowing seeds. So as the story goes, and I'm going to paraphrase here. So there's this sower, I guess a farmer guy, right? And he's purportedly, he's smart and ambitious, and he's got good raw material. He buys the best quality seeds, and he starts sowing his seeds because there's a season for sowing, right? This is how the world works, right? So there's a season for sowing, there's a season for reaping. Well, right now it's the season for sowing, and he knows this. So he starts sowing the seeds, and some of the seeds fall on the rocks, right? And they wither and die. And some of the seeds take root, but then they get choked out by the thorns. And then some of the seeds are, eaten up by the crows. The birds come and eat them up. But some of the seeds take root and grow and flourish and multiply. And now we have fruitage, barrels and bushels of wheat overflowing, more than one could even consume. Hooray, abundance, right? So the point of that story, and it's something that I deserve to remember. everything that I say here is for my own use, right? This is for me. We don't sit and lament, oh, the crows are coming, right? Now we're chasing crows all around. No, we keep sowing because we're smart and ambitious. We keep sowing the seeds. We don't lament those little casualty seeds that they wound up got eaten up by the thorns or the weeds or whatever. We just keep sowing, because it's the season for sowing. And this lesson goes two ways, right? For me. So in one way, it's very pleasing to see, oh, wow, look, here's the fruit of benefit, value that I have offered or attempted to offer into the public space for years, right? So that is accrued. An asset, right? That is accrued. On the other hand, it's quite instructive when we could say, oh, look, I want to attract some people into my life, into my business dealings, into whatever. What did Jim Rohn say? The late Jim Rohn. It's one of my favorite Jim Rohn quotes. No, it's my favorite Jim Rohn quote of his entire career. Here it is. If you want to increase your income, increase your value to the marketplace. That's it, right there. Hey, Linda, I see you join us here. Glad you're here. So if you want to increase your income, increase your value to the marketplace. Let's break that down here for a second and see how this relates to sowing seeds, right? So, all right, I want to increase my income, which means I want to inflow currency. Well, what do we know? Just like the tide, what do we know has to happen if the tide's going to come in? Well, the tide has to go out, right? So we can call this the law of rhythm, or in the world of economics, we can call this the law of exchange, right? Tide goes out, tide comes in. We're talking about a different kind of current here, a different kind of currency. This one's called money, right? Or whatever the asset is. So if we want to inflow money, we must outflow value. And hopefully I'm doing that right now, right? I mean, what's the point of me sharing all this? I can go sit in a cave and meditate and keep it all a secret. But no. And so this is instructive for anyone who wants to increase their income, is increase your value where? To the marketplace. That's what Jim Rohn said. If you want to increase your income, increase your value. That means you've got to have some value, and you've got to know what that is, right? You can't be sitting there thinking, oh, I don't know if I've got anything to offer, right? Go read a book or something. Get some great cognition, some awareness, something that's worth sharing with the public, or just observe life and see, how stuff is working for you. And then where do you share that? You share that into the marketplace. Increase your value to the marketplace. It means don't keep yourself a secret, right? Like actually show up, which admittedly I haven't done much this past week, because it's just been an avalanche of business and work. And again, I'm running for Wednesday morning, I'm headed out. But I hope that makes sense to you, right? Especially if you're wondering, where are all the people? Where are all the leads? And look, here's the other thing I could tell you about this whole idea of sowing versus reaping. The reap happens, right? So I pretty much effortlessly have people that get started with me every week, every day. My goodness, yeah. So that's cool. But how did that happen? That happened because I sowed the seeds in the first place, and in some cases I didn't even realize it. All right. Now I'm not setting myself up as the ideal, although. but think about that. If you're experiencing lean times in terms of whatever you're attempting to attract, right? What more can you do to benefit that ideal target audience, right? The people who are, could benefit from whatever your product or service, your offer is. Pretty simple, right? What are some ancillary things or things that surround, whatever your main offer is that you could put people's attention on? Things would be like, oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Maybe I should listen to this person more. They know stuff, right? I just got value because they quoted the guy with the book, with the thing. And wow, this makes sense. My life is better now because I listened to this guy, this gal, and now I'm going to listen to some more, right? So a lot of what I also see people do to kind of go straight with this is they just get into nonstop pitch or like spammy, which anybody who follows my work, that I don't talk business too much, not here on the interwebs and social media. Actually, it's nobody's business, so to speak. Like what we do is like the best kept secret. But actually, you know what? Let me say this. There's a time for that too, right? There's a season for sowing. There's a season for reaping. There's time for promotion, right? Like direct promotion. Like here is the offer and it's good. I think I published something just a few days ago from my friend Russell, who put out a book. You go ahead and get the book, and he's got some other offers, things that you could certainly buy stuff from him, but great book, right? Go ahead and get that. So that's fine. Take it or leave it. In fact, I'm about to put out this. I got some loves. I got some hearts here. Guys, give me some hearts. I'm heart depleted. I need some hearts. I'm about to put out to the public some direct promotion to the broad public, something where we've got this system where I've got people turning $300 into $3,000 in 1 month. And with no MLM, no ad spend, and no risk. And so I'm going to be putting that out into the public as a direct promotion. Now, these quite often will be people who maybe have never seen, they have no idea who I am, they've never read my book, they have no idea about anything. But over the next couple days, what I'm going to be doing is just talking with people who are contacting me directly who want to see this and see it first before I put it out into the public. It actually takes 15 minutes. 15 minutes, front to back. You see exactly what we're doing. People are getting into profit in some cases in hours, in a few hours. So anyway, that's what I'm going to be putting out in terms of a direct promotion. I'm not going to promote it necessarily on Facebook. Although if you're seeing this now and you'd like to see behind the scenes, I'll show you one-on-one. Just hit me a message. But again, I'm not going to spam the Facebook walls, God forbid. So anyway, where am I going with all this today? So I'm running. If you want to talk with me, you want to talk business. Tonight and tomorrow I'm going to be around, and then I am heading up to a big convention. Huge stuff going on. Anyway, it's good to see you all. I hope you got some value out of this. Sow some seeds, right? Be a part of the solution in other people's life. I don't know what effect I have. right? In terms of like how many people have I actually touched, or who's going to come back to me 10 years from now and say, John, it was that thing you said on that broadcast. Oh, there's the hearts, the likes. Thanks, guys. It was that thing you said on that podcast I listened to 3 years ago, and man, that was it. So I don't know specifically what effect I'm going to have. I know I'm going to have an effect, and I choose to have an effect, and you should too. Right? You want to be effective in life? Well, then assign cause to yourself. Go be causative for somebody else getting some benefit. Go cause benefits in the lives of others. Okay? And that doesn't have to cost you a lot of time. Doesn't have to cost you a lot of money. There's the hearts and the likes. Thank you, my friends. All it's going to cost you is a decision to get off of zero, right? To get over the inertia, to make a decision that, you know what, I'm going to go do something of benefit today. And I'm not even sure what that's going to be. Right? I mean, 30 seconds before I click the go button on this live thing, what are we talking about? You know what? It's 3 times already this week. People are telling me, man, we got benefit. And I didn't even know necessarily what the benefit was until they told me. So you're going to have an effect one way or another. Be deliberate about it, right? Lead it with goodwill and see what you attract. Anyway, Glenn, thank you guys. See you. And I'll see you all. Those of you who know where I'm headed, I will see you there. We're going to have a lot of fun. In the meantime, make it a great day. And if I can do anything for you, hit me on Messenger and we'll go from there. All right. Those of you who are just joining me live now, I'm ending right now. Anyway, it's good to see you. Give me some comments. And if there's anything you'd like, here's one other thing. If there's anything you would like in terms of things that because I've been studying, philosophy and success psychology for 30 years. I'm taking requests too. I'm taking requests. So I don't know, just throwing it out there. Hope you're having an awesome day. I will see you again real soon. Bye for now.